Happy Thursday, January 4th, already the 4th. Well, I just got back from a doctor appointment and treated myself to something disgusting from south of the border. Went on almost a 2-mile walk to put that to rest. And I came back to cleaning up something I just finished, which is, it's still wet from having its bath, and then I'll press it. Home is where the craft stash is. That's hard to say fast, but I just finished it with that floss down at the bottom. There you go. And I did put my initials in light lavender in the pincushion base, which it's not really visible. I think I may need to do that one again. The other reason I thought about doing a floss tube was I need to go through my bags of whips and figure out, what does this go to? It was in the project bag of the project I just finished. It has nothing to do with this project. Who do you belong to? So I went crazy and went into the spare bedroom and pulled out all the bags of things that I've started. And please know that I just have the house to myself, so I thought I'd go for it right now. I did not separate like whips and new starts. I'm gonna make a pile of new starts and figure out what I want to start this year. The 12 by 12 I didn't do because I do not want to start 12 projects. I do want to start over the year 12 projects and work on at least 12 whips, if not more. I have done my whip go board and I'm already on taking care of business. Okay, let's get to going. This was at the top of a cabinet, and it is a beautiful needle point, which I think I showed you. It was from my mom's belongings, and I really, really, really would like to start this. Okay, that's a start. This is something Mom's been working on, or she was working on, and she's got a good quarter of it done, so I need to work on my mom's whip. Totally her colors. Her old scissors and her threads are all right here. She's got them all labeled nicely. Okay, so I can get on that. And the pages, very good. Okay. I hope you don't mind if I take a while. I still have yet to do 3 smaller 72, maybe by 72. This is a cotton cuts that I don't know what I did with the backing. I know I had some batik to match this in the darker blue right here, but I pulled it and used it somewhere else. I've got this one to finish. There's the backing, and I'll get on that. And then this is another cotton cuts. This is a panel quilt with a campfire and an RV camped in the evening with the moon coming up. So I'll be getting that done, and the backing is in there. Okay, back to stitching. Okay, so I just started this Christmas, and it is the 2023 Christmas stitch, and obviously I'm doing it on grid. It was free the other night, and my dear stitchy friend Wendy hooked me up with that. Okay, here's a whip of the Smile Pumpkin. I've been working on him for a while. Haven't touched him for a bit. I think maybe since October. I did acquire the beads to go on him. I recognize this bag. It has the Fat Quarter Shop bountiful stitch, and I'm doing pretty well. I just have the last entry, which is the design that goes down the center as a plus. Ooh, my project gloves are in there. Nice to see them. Alrighty. Oh, here's what that start is. Beautiful. And I did this little bitty corner. It is on 25 grid over 1. Here's the box of 90 colors. I have since ordered a bigger project box to put those in so it won't be so hard to find them. And I did label 5 cards to park my spare ends. Okay, I think I have everything I had on the sink over there done. I had Mom's project in my beautiful Laura Lynn in the beginning. Here is that needlepoint start that I want to get to. I don't know where the picture is, but this is all the goodies for it. Put that with it. I just, when I came home from my walk, had this 14-inch Morgan hoop. Looking forward to using that on the Christmas piece. And I'm going to make a extra large jumbo bag in order to hold all those goodies. This is a needle exercise that was in one of my yearly annual books that I got. And I've got the patterns here printed up from it. It's supposed to end up looking like this. Do I have it upside down? No, I have it right side up. And I've done the first rows. No, I think I'm in here. Anyway, it's something from the early 90s that I really had the desire to take care of, and I will continue with that. It's not on my whip go or anything though, so you may be a while, buddy. One of the first, a couple things in here. One of the first things I used to do was stamped cross stitch, and this is a stamped cross stitch berry blanket. I believe I got it through Hirschner's. Anyway, every time we go out camping, I get on it and I have a holder for it to keep it sort of clean. And then this must be packed from camping. And then the other thing I have in here is a purple Three Kings. Oh. I don't know if you've seen this, but there you go. I'm working on that. That is by Diane Arthurs, and it's through Imaginating. And I believe I got it through the Hirschner's catalog, and it's all in purple. Okay, let me put these guys back. Looking forward to getting our RVing life back in running order. We're so proud of our youngest, who's been going through the Sheriff's Academy. And here's something, nice topic, that I was working 725 on my Abraham Lincoln. And that is through Twin Peak Primitives. That's only half of the picture. Where's the whole picture? Here we go. Really pretty colors. I love it. And Zach, my youngest son's birthday is Abraham Lincoln's birthday. Boy, is this bag tight. Love the So Much to Love bags. They take care of me and my stitching. This appears to be a start, and it is, no, I need to get it started. It is Heart and Hand, Any Town, Tiny Town. I have the fabric, I have the threads, I have the pattern in here. I have not hooped up the fabric though. It's not been started. Please forgive me, I'm gonna go back and forth probably with this. What's in here? Threads, fabric. Oh, Paris and London. A lovely lady next to me at my table at StitchCon was working on Paris, just finishing it, and she told me about these. And of course, so those are yet to be started. And I want to do them on the same, or in the same frame. Oh. Whew. This still has to be started. This has not been. It's a biggie. What is this? Pam of Just Keep Stitching caught my attention. She didn't do this exact one, but in October and early, maybe November, and I saw this, and she was doing one of gourds or pumpkins, and I just thought this was beautiful. So I got the pattern, I got the threads, I got the fabric. I don't know if you're interested in the fabric. It is like an oatmeal Aida. I do love stitching on linen and even weave, but I think now I haven't totally given up. I just really like Aida's my old school. Okay. Oh, this bag looks like I put purchases. I think these are purchases of fabric from StitchCon, because it's in the StitchCon bag. Fox and Rabbit. I got this last year, not this, 2022, not 2023. I still want to get this going. The Phases of the Moon. I think it was the June moon. That was the strawberry moon in 2022. Each moon has its own label. It's not that automatically June is strawberry. It just, yeah. And then this, I think, who showed this? Either Anna on Stitch Roadies or Stephanie. Not sure who. I know I got into this, got the thread, got the fabric for Little Women from Twin Peak Primitives. And finally, Founding of America, 1776. It's just the pattern. I have it. Where's the zipper pulls? Oh, right here. This is, a sal that I was working on and fell off the wagon. It is Make Today Magical, and I believe it's all done, but there's where I was up until putting it away. And that is through, I believe, Tiny Modernist. Yes. So I have this whole back dedicated to that one. Is there anything in the front of this? No. Okay. I believe someone's walking by in a lovely afternoon walk, and my dogs are interested in letting them know that they're there. This is not done, but I'm getting close. I need to take care of that school teacher. Obviously, I relate. Not a one-room schoolhouse necessarily, but I relate to 14 to 18-year-olds. So that is by Twin Peak Primitives, right? Yeah, Norden Canberra. It's called Old School on the Prairie, and you can find that at Twin Peak Primitives. I have no idea what's in here. Oh, it's a start. I need to schedule this start. Oh, that's wonderful. Satsuma Street, the 4 elements. I saw Pam on Just Keep Stitching doing the ocean at the bottom of the pie, and just had to get on board. So I've got my fabrics, I've got my thread card, I've got my dirty key hand keeper protector. It's ready to rock and roll. Believe I got this off the freebie table at StitchCon. It's called the Herb Garden. I don't know if it is lavender, borage, yarrow, tansy, feverfew, and hyssop. And it does do the, oh, can't show you that. But so there you go. And it is a sampler. It has the alphabet top and continued on the bottom. It would appear a bag of fabrics, thread, and pattern. Oh, for this guy. It's through Mill Hill, and it's called the Pine Cone Gnome. And the last thing in last year's StitchCon bag is, this is on my WipGo board. It is the pandemic sampler that I need to keep plugging away at. And I dyed this fabric myself. Do I have a picture of the whole pandemic sampler? Did you get on board with that back in the day? Here we go. This is the pandemic sampler. By Christine Stephenson. It's the Pandemic Sampler, 2020 Pandemic Sampler. And you can find her at Sarcy Girl. SARCYGURL on Instagram. Saucy Girl. Sarcy Girl. SARCYGURL. Love it. We lived it, right? Okay, done with that one. I'm at almost 20 minutes. This is the fairy holiday collection. It is the Halloween fairy. Do I have a picture of her? No. I don't know where the picture is. That's not good. Here's my thread card from a piece of junk mail. I don't know where. Must be in a notebook somewhere. But that is the Halloween fairy by Mirabilia. And that's all I have. That's a bummer. It's probably on my book clipboard over there where I have other stuff. I have this bunny done. And you might recognize that bunny from Berry Patch. Cute. That is the Berry Patch by Hello from Liz Matthews. Gotta keep plugging away on that. Who doesn't love some strawberries? Sorry for the in and outs of bags, but it's exciting. Get myself all pumped up. Okay, what is this? Ooh, this is a biggie. Let Freedom Ring. I am not very far on Let Freedom Ring. I'm on the top of the house. I did not spend much time with this. Or it's this way. Anyway, Let Freedom Ring. And I also have the Best Dressed Towels. This is probably the oldest, one of the oldest things I have in my whip parade. It's by Leisure Arts. Do I have a date? No. Front cover. It's been with me a long, long time. No, I can't find a date. Oh, 2003. So those two are together in my jumbo bag. This one's, I think, one of my favorites. This was a stitch along, stitch by stitch, with Tempting Tangles designs, Deborah A. Dick, Tempting Tangles, and I've got them all right here, and I just need to get through that stitch by stitch. I did do the top and then I think fell off after number 5, and there were 20 blocks. And this one is, it is the back and forth tragedy I've had with my Jane Austen sampler. I had done this much and then decided the light threads weren't being seen. So I called Keepsake Stitching and asked for a darker fabric, and I started again. And you know what? I really didn't like that either. So I think I'm going back and sticking with the white. But that's been on for a couple of years. Be right back. These have been up in the cupboard and I haven't looked at them for a long time. I don't know what's in these. This is the Strawberry Mirabilia Fairy. And I just have some white there. And she looks like, I do have hers. She's the May Fairy. And I just did a little start on her. I did not stick with that one. Strawberries, I love strawberries. They remind me of our eldest. This is an oldie. When I first got hot back into stitching, it is Best Buddies, and I am doing it on the Star Gray fabric. Cute finish on that. And I've got just this much done. Get on it, girl. This one, I don't think I have very much done. I know I haven't, but I believe it's Love is Patient, Love is Kind. And I got it off Etsy, so I don't have a photo of it, sorry. Pretty bag. Isn't that a pretty bag? Right side up here. This is, oh, I love it. It is it's from a magazine. I think, just keeps, no, all cross stitch, and it is a Viking ship. And I was making it for my son, so I know I need to continue on. But look at how darling. The World of Cross Stitch. There they are. So I gotta get that done. That is just wonderful. I think that was one of the first pieces that I bought overdyed fabrics for. I didn't know they existed, I don't think, before then. So it's from one of the older magazines. I'm almost done, I think. Oh, this has a hodgepodge of, let's put it in a pretty French word, junk. It's just got odds and ends. Okay, so I never was like big on what's the heck with needle minders, but I was working on this and we were helping some friends move. And somehow somebody got in the front seat and grabbed something and they ripped my cross stitch fabric. Ada fabric. Is it this one? I think it is. I don't know where the little tear is, but that's a bummer. That was through, I think Fat Quarter Shop. Yeah, Fat Quarter Shop Stitchography, that was called. Okay, and then this trailer that fell off the wagon and has not seen the light of day. Jesus is riding along with me or something like that. Oh, here it is. And that is by Artiste Mini. Happy Camper, it's called. And then I did for my son the Schrute Farms radish. And I even finished it for him. I don't know where, it's somewhere in his room. Okay, I guess that's all that's in there. And the last one in this plastic bag. I have one more bag down there, but that's all newbies, I think. Love those cards, and I get them all set up. And what I'm working on here is Evergreen Sampler. Pam of Just Keep Stitching got me all psyched about this one, and I found it and it was a part of my books, and I actually then got going on it. So there, I did that much. Why does that look upside down? Oh, it does have that triangle up there, and I have to go over it. Anyway, pretty threads with that one. Okay. This America, I believe, is a Twin Peak Primitives special edition. Yep. And I haven't done anything, started it yet. So I could put this out to be a start. Gosh, pretty threads. And I absolutely love the treat they gave with it and the fabric. It is, oh, and the needle minder, darling. It is Ada. Looks like 18. I do have the rose and the giant pear kitted up, but not yet started. It goes this way. I have a bunny that was a freebie, kitted up, but not yet started. Egg Hunt, copyright 2022 by Emily Call, salt and pepper stitching. So it's a free bunny stitch. And I did not start it, but I do have the threads and I have the fabric, and it's ready to get going on. This I bought at Michael's a long time ago, and it's a pretty pillow top. It is stamped, and it would be a lovely gift to prepare for a wedding, because you put the initials in there. This is the Bluebird of Happiness. I think I saw Running with Scissors talk about she had this kitted up for this year, and I should do that one. Bag pattern, Hive Rules, Adventure Awaits, all kitted up, not started. Animal Sampler, beautiful. Gosh, look at those colors in the screen. It's kitted up. It is by Imaginating, designed by Bobby G Designs. Love it. I believe I bought that from Kirshner's catalog. The Blue Flower, Welcome Spring. That was a freebie. Rebel Stitcher Designs and Pilgrim. Love that pattern. And that was an online order I made of Rebel Stitcher Designs. Pretty Lucky Charm stitch. That is by Summer House Stitchworks. If you have any questions, now see, oh, this is for the bee. You can tell right off the bat that those purchased threads, kitted up threads, were for that banner. Stony Creek collection, Spectacular, Spooktacular Halloween, and that's all kitted up, ready to go. This was kitted up at StitchCon 2 years ago, and I've got to get to it. It's absolutely darling. Lindy Stitches. Ooh, winter. This was Essex. This is midnight fabric. Beautiful. Okay. All is Bright, 7th Day of Christmas. I have all of those purchased and printed up from Liz Matthews, the 12 Days of Christmas. Let Love Rain. Beautiful. I have not started the giant sampler in here by Therese Koget, but this is what's in here. Is that not marvelous? Ooh, gorgeous. Just kind of cute and quick. That'd be a good small to take to a retreat. Be Strong by Imaginating, Diane Arthurs. Seems a lot like that banner that I have kitted up as well, so maybe I'll make a choice between one or the other. Thomas Kincaid, Footprints in the Sand. That is full coverage, and I think Candamar Designs. It was designed by, or put into stitches by Candamar. Wow. Because look at all those threads. They're there. It's full. Oy. I think it was from my mom's collection. Plum Street Samplers, Harvest Keeper. This is kitted up. I see I have the fabric at least. The threads wouldn't be too hard to come up with. This is something I believe I saw on either 911 Stitcher. I think that's who I saw this on. Or maybe Just Keep Stitching. And I chose, I want to do it in red instead of blue. Long Dog Sampler, I admit that I started this in 2022 when I went to Nova Scotia, and I started it right there with Laura Lynn and didn't like how it was coming out, and I pulled it all out. So it's back to not started. Beautiful Garden by Rosewood Manor. Is that not just gorgeous? I believe I got that at StitchCon. Oh, this is from a magazine, and it's a giant set of hydrangeas in a vase called Blue Blooms. Designed by Carol Thornton of Carol Thornton Designs. And I've got it all kitted up, but sorry, I do not have the photo from the magazine, which is back on my bookshelf. You Make All Things New by Twin Peak Primitives. I've got that purchased and printed up. Gorgeous. Lovely spring feeling to that. Drawn Thread, Sunnyside Sampler. Cute neighborhood town. And I do have that all kitted, ready to go. The Round Sampler, Heart and Hand. Teeny tiny, top of a drum, I suppose. This is from Petal Pusher. How does your garden grow? And you get a set of flower arrangements that you can do different things with. Good for smalls. Ooh, pretty. The rabbit and the rose. Absolutely darling, and I think I saw this recently spoken of on one of the floss tubes I just watched. It's just the pattern. And that's it. Is that it? I believe so. I'm sure I will turn it off and be so angry. Let's see, I laid my possibilities of starts right here on the edge of the counter, and that also made me want to do a whip parade or start parade. This came in a box, not this Christmas, but last Christmas, I think, from Missouri Star, that box, and I did not let go of these all year. I think I do want to do those for a gift. This was in my Black Needle Society Christmas box, Winter Wonderland. I love the finish on that. That's by Jen Hicks Creates. Darling, and I do have it all ready to go from the different days during the Advent calendar. I did, my grandson and my grandson are totally into nutcrackers. And so I kitted up the 2023 Shannon Christine Designs Nutcracker. I got a tan fabric, and because he is so tan, other than pink or red, he's gonna meld into that tan. So I ordered I wanted to find like a real light chartreuse green, but I found, I think, what one person, a dyer on Etsy, called fern, and that's gonna work. I have my nutcracker from Black Needle Society with the 4 stitches in there. I did buy the threads, but I don't have it kitted up. And then the last thing that was in our Black Needle Society was a monthly small. And if you can see that, that's the one we're working on right now. If I turn it around, I've got the pattern there, so I don't want to do that. Celebrate the year with Black Needle Society. It is available if you go to their vault. You can get into that. I've got it all positioned and ready to go. Shouldn't have my needle in there, I know. But each quarter of the year, they have various fabrics called. So right now we're using light gray, and I pulled something from my own collection of light grays. It has a little bit of brown or rust marbling in it. They told us to get aqua, and they also said that deep purple, indigo. What is this called? Navy, proper navy. And then I had this in my collection from that dog sampler, the sparkle. So I will have myself very busy. I've got to work on my malted mystery quilt. That another part came out today, number 4 or 5 or 6. And then we're also, a group of stitchy friends, we're working on the Bonnie Hunter quilt. And on that one, we're on part 7. It's getting serious, or yeah, part 7. It's getting serious, and it's just coming out lovely. Let's see, here I have my dog's declaration. It's gonna be a start for January, and I'm gonna do a lovely project bag for it and all myself. I got this from a stitcher in the UK group. And it was like a Boxing Day open. Just enjoy. And look at all the treats in here. Lovely, lovely things. Fabrics for finishing. Is the picture of the pattern? Yeah, it's called the Boxing Day Box. Collection of Smalls by Mama Loves You, GB. Joy to the World. It's a pattern. I can't flip it around. All these are patterns without photos. So, but I got that recently. I purchased this recently, maybe to take the place of that other tragedy of a trailer that I never finished. That's just too cool. Still working on my It's All Better at the Beach. I'm getting there. I just have sand dollar, I think, and a starfish. Just like 3 things across the bottom that I need to get taken care of. This is, oh, my lighthouse in a jar, small. The lighthouse is right here, and it's surrounded by a lovely wave. There's a hilltop over here. Again, I can't show you. I bought it off of Etsy, and I just have the pattern. But I was in a shop and saw this, and you know, you gotta get it. How cool is that? Pretty, pretty. Love me some beach activity. So this is in a basket that I saw Antique Stitcher talked about. And the lady makes these baskets, I don't remember, like 1888 baskets. But I'm enjoying it, holding like right here pretty, my things. Wedding. Maybe I had this. Yes, this is off the freebie table at StitchCon. I thought, you know, I do have a wedding coming up, and if I wasn't down with the You Complete My Puzzle one that I started for them, I could always have that. This is holding my giant flag, and I started Delaware over there. All kinds of goodies in there from StitchCon that people hand you. Okay, this is, oh, with, what group is that? A stitching, Miss January. It is a girl's quilt, and she's really, really pretty. And I need to just embellish her with some stitching. And here's the block she is on. And I'm only on January. Come on. Doing that up for a granddaughter. I started this, I believe, this last year in Nova Scotia. Or was it 2 years ago? Had it for a while. I haven't been a good girl and put start dates and fabric names. I did just recently purchase a template for 4x5 cards, which I printed on cardstock, and that's all I've done. So that I will be more regimented about getting those details documented and be able to call up on those cards. Love this keepsake needle or thread holder. I'm gonna put this in there. Thread keepers. My camping eyewear. I put it around my neck and have it on when I'm sitting in my chair outside of our trailer. This is an antique fire truck cell that obviously the truck's not there yet. Again, I think it's with Tiny Tangles. I've got, you can see all the copies of the various and my threads. I've got this kitted up. I should put this with my, get this started. It's so sweet. The blue flower Tudor bee. I think I've bought that twice. I have it, or maybe even 3 times. I do have it. And the last one in this is, without going into my college and childhood tub that's in the garage, this is my oldest whip. It is a picture of my kids that I sent in, I believe, to a company that was in an ad in the Hirschner's catalog, that you could get pixelated, you know, into cross stitch. It is my children feeding popcorn or seeds to the pigeons at the San Juan Capistrano mission. And you see the back of Elizabeth so far, and my daughter Katie bending over, and then the boys will be in the background, so facing me. So I need to, that's when I really whip that I want to work on. So that's in my basket by my sewing machine. And I think this may have been the first stitch along, mystery stitch along that I participated in. It's all kitted up. It is from Tiny Modernist. It's a 9-part alphabet sampler, and you get that grid stitched out, and then the mystery part of it was what was going to be, of course, the representation of each letter. And I've got those all printed up, and it's ready to rock and roll. So with little grandkids, I think that would be a real nice thing to have stitched up. So I need to get on those. They're real small, each representation for each letter. Really darling. Oh gosh, I don't know what this was from. I think the box from England, the Boxing Day box. I also have next to my bed the Nebby Needle, from the Nebby Needle, God Shed His Grace. I saw someone doing this at the table next to me at StitchCon and absolutely had to find it. I have another Animal Hearts quilt, stamped cross stitch to take care of. Love that. I have a peacock sampler, of which I have, it's a chateau with giant beautiful peacocks. It's from Twin Peak Primitives. Oh, I do have a photo. There we go. Love that one. Part of my, from 2020 survival, was watching French Chateau DIY. And then more recently from Just Cross Stitch magazine, I have collected this 12-month Christmas stitch. I think the last one came, and it's going to look like that. I have the thread, I have the fabric, and I'm gonna get on that. That could be a start this year, for sure. That's why it's by my bed, I believe. And then my old 1990s Michaels cross stitch project bag. I have a very old teacup cross stitch that I've been working on, trying to finish it with that lace tablecloth sort of idea. And then I'll have, as all good 1990s, do I have a photo? I don't have a photo, darn it. but it's just got to have back stitching done on it. So it is called, it's from Dimensions, The Art of Tea. 2016. Wow, I feel like I've had this for so doggone long. Gooping it up on school trips. I made a set of fleur-de-lis napkins for my eldest son's, my daughter-in-law's bridal shower. I am almost done, I think, with this. Do you see a trend? A chair on the beach and a lighthouse. This is pretty old. It's also from 16, but it's stamped and I've been embellishing it. I think the stuff I have left is the chair and the towel. That's an old one. Okay. Oh, I have this baby announcement sampler, but it's so busy. I don't know if I'll ever do it. I had it in my heart to start it because that's like wedding announcements and baby announcements with their weight, their date of birth and all that, and their name. I always have enjoyed gifting and getting completed, but that would take some commitment. So here's the seed that started me, and I'm now at almost 45 minutes. So I will let you go. Thank you so much. We're gonna hopefully be on the road in due time. Gonna enjoy celebrating my son's achievements, and I'll get back to you on how everything went. So thank you so much for being here, stitching my brains out, whether it be cross-stitching, needlework, or quilting, piecing. Love it. Love it all. Keeps me going. Keeps my retired self energized, and my interactions with all of you guys. Thank you so much. Happy, happy New Year. Take good care. Try to keep up with your maybe goals you've thought of keeping or starting. Hang in there. Enjoy it. I know it just, gosh, the possibilities right now. Ah! Get going. So enough said. Thank you so much. Take good care. Bye-bye.